life on the Red Horse Ranch.
Alabam has told only Tenderfoot that his injury was received as the result of an altercation with Steve Bradford. He told the rest of the outfit that he merely became dizzy and fell from his horse. Alabam has not yet recovered enough to move from his cot in the bunkhouse, so the boys are keeping him company with their music. Let's listen.
Down in Arkansas, the only gal I ever loved. Lived down in Arkansas, down in down in Arkansas, the only gal I ever loved. Lived down in Arkansas, had a gal, her name was Till, down in Arkansas. Loved her once and love her still, down in Arkansas. Pigeon toes and hair jet black, was so cross-eyed for a fact. She cried and tears rolled down her back, down in Arkansas. Down in Arkansas, the only gal I ever loved. Lived down in Arkansas, Deacon Jones had a setting hen, down in Arkansas. Gave it to my brother Ben, down in Arkansas. From a pair of pants Ben made a nest, told that hen to do her best. That hen hatched out a coat and vest, down in Arkansas. Down in Arkansas, the only gal I ever loved. Lived down in Arkansas.
Boys, if you keep that up, you're going to have a hard time keeping me in this bunk, I'm telling you.
You better not try getting up, Alabam. We promised Rhodes we'd make you lay quiet.
Say, it was Arizona she told to watch, Alabam. What's happened to that hombre?
He's got something mysterious on his mind. Been getting off in a corner and reading some sort of a book. It's the first time I ever saw him read anything.
Guess Mr. Carter must have given it to him. He just came back from Danville this morning.
Yeah, so I noticed. I saw him and Steve Bradford right up to the ranch house a little bit ago.
Steve Bradford? He came over here?
Hold yourself down, Tenderfoot. You're going to ruin things if you don't.
Well, I'm keeping quiet then, Alabama. But I can't see how he'd have the nerve after what he did to... Well, all right.
What's happened to the music, boys? Let's get to going again.
Hey, what's all the excitement out there?
Mr. Bobby, is they after me? Is they following me along?
Now, what do you suppose is wrong with Cookie?
Yeah, it seems to me that Cusnero is always somewhere except in the chuck house. Now, what's eating on you, Cookie?
Whirlwind, whirlwind.
Well, what about Whirlwind? That bro of yours didn't really wake up, did he?
Yes, he practically. Oh, Whirlwind, my bureau eat.
Well, come on, let's go down and see what's wrong with Cookie's
Yeah.
bureau. We'll never get anything out of Cookie.
No, miss, I don't go, y'all go down there, let's, oh, Whirlwind, he had you.
Hey, you maverick, you. What in tarnation you talking about?
Did
Calm
Whirlwind
down there.
kick you?
No, he didn't kick me. He talked to me.
Whirlwind, that burro talked? Well,
Yeah, he said to me, you dirty Craig. Then he say I was nothing but a flat-nosed doggy. Don't you go down there.
Cookie, I always did think you was loco, but now I know it.
Well, I ain't gonna let nothing like this pass me up. I'm gonna see this talking wonder of Cookies. Rest of you want to go?
You couldn't get me away.
You better take your resolve. Old whirlwind, he's practically handed. I don't like it.
Sorry you can't come along, Alabam, but we'll tell you all about it.
Well, you boys go ahead. I don't figure you're going to see much.
Well, Cookie, that might not be a bad idea. A talking burro. Be mighty good company for you.
Come on, boys. Whirlwind's standing down there near the barn now.
Yeah, let's go down and talk politics with him a little.
I ain't getting no clothes. You can go down there if you want to.
Well, there he is. Let's see him talk a little.
Yeah, come on, Whirlwind. Express yourself. How are you?
I can't complain now. How are you, boys?
Well, you can knock me over with a feather. That bro is talking.
How about another bucket of oats? Make it snappy.
That talking comes right from where Whirlwind's standing.
You better come back here. I done told you you was handed.
Hey, rustle up them oats. I ain't waiting all day.
The voice does sound like it's coming from right where Whirlwind's standing.
Well, seeing's believing, but a burro couldn't talk. We all must be dreaming or something.
Say, wonder what that barrel's doing over there.
You're going loco, Idaho? What's that got to do with this?
I was just wondering. Back up here, Whirlwind. That's just what I'm remembering. Now let's see you kick, Whirlwind. Land into that barrel. Don't mind my twisting your ears, do you?
What are you doing there?
Hey, look out! Get that burro out of here. Let me out of this barrel.
Why, it's Arizona in that barrel.
Well, I'll be a loop-legged cowpoke. Arizona was under that barrel. What was you doing there?
Oh, gosh, hang it. Let me out of here.
well,
What do you think you're doing, Idaho? Backing that burro up to my barrel.
I kind of thought a burro couldn't talk, so I figured I'd find who was talking under that barrel. Come on, own up, Arizona.
Oh, all right, it was me.
Well, that didn't sound like Arizona to me.
Well, of course it didn't. Not when I throw my voice. Listen to this.
Listen, buddy, don't twist my ear like that.
Doggone that old whirlwind talking.
Well, it just dawned on me. Arizona must have got his book on how to be a ventriloquist.
Yes, sir. That was a good joke on you, wasn't it? Oh, shut up.
We got our money's worth out of it, too. To see that Whirlwind go after you in the barrel.
Alabama will sure laugh when he hears about this.
Well, for one, I'm saying you did a good job of it, Arizona. That throwing your voice must not be so hard to do after all.
Well, of course I picks up things like that pretty easy.
Say, I hear Tex singing to Alabama back in the bunkhouse. Let's go back and tell him what happened, shall we?
I don't see whirlwind talking all the time. How come he can talk?
Cookie Stout still can't get the idea.
Well, Alabam, I want you to meet the champion ventriloquist of the Red Horse Ranch.
Him.
Pleased to meet you.
I mean, howdy, pard.
My golly, Arizona, I didn't know you had it in
Say,
you.
Alabama, I'll have to tell you about it, Arizona. He sure had Cookie fooled.
Well, Idaho, I'll finish that game of dominoes with you now.
Sure, shuffle 'em up.
I reckon you can sing while you're playing, fellas.
Sure, start 'em off.
Oh, I'd like to go back to old New Mexico, back to the plains I used to roam. Ever since the day that I wandered far away, I've thought about the place I once called home. I dream about the ranch house and the broken down corral, the cactus and the prairie grass. I love them all so well. Oh, I'd like to go where the sage and yucca grow, round my prairie home in old.
Well, it's Mr. Carter. Come on in, Mr. Carter.
Well, good evening, boys. How's the head tonight, Alabam?
Ain't bothering me a bit, Mr. Carter. Oh, hello, Mr. Bradford.
Howdy, boys. I see you haven't been working too hard to sing in the evening.
You any idea what a cowboy does in the daytime, Bradford?
Boys, I've been talking to Steve here. He's been kind enough to offer his help with Alabam being laid up.
Help? Us?
Yes. Sorry you're not able to be up and around, Alabam, but as long as you are this way, Bradford's offered to take charge of the outfit on the roundup.
That's right.
But, Mr. Carter, you mean that I ain't going out on the roundup?
No, not until you get back on your feet again and feeling well. I know you boys will work for Bradford the same as you've always worked for Alabam. I guess that's all. Good night.
Good night, boys.
Good night, boys.
Well, you could trade me for a billy goat.
Why, Jacks, I've held myself down long enough. That land-grabbing, bang-tailed, split-eared coyote, I wouldn't take his orders if Carter'd give his herd to me. By grab, I don't like that, Bradford. I never did, and I never will.
Oh, you better come down out of the saddle, Idaho.
Why don't you do something about it?
Well, I reckon that's what I'm going to do, Idaho.
And Alabam doesn't get to go with the outfit on the roundup. Just how much is Alabam going to take from Steve Bradford before he fights back? How much